Have you ever watched Minecraft Let's Plays and thought, that's something I'd like to do, but you weren't really sure about how to get started, or you feel that you're too nervous, or you just don't know what kind of equipment you need? Well, I'm going to help you with this. So we're going to take a look at a few of the steps that you can do. Keep in mind that everyone's experience and everyone's skills are different, so some of these you may not want to follow exactly, but this is what I would recommend. So first of all, you need to think of the type of Let's Play you want to do. Do you want to do the traditional Let's Play? Or how about 100 Days Hardcore, which is fairly popular? Or what about no commentary long plays? Maybe you want to do some mega builds every video. Now, that's ambitious. But the second point is, you need to consider the amount of time you have to make these videos, because that can really affect it. Traditional and long play are the easiest time-wise, especially long play because you don't really have to do much editing at all. So that's pretty easy. You can do one a day if you want, depending on how long you make them. As for 100 Days Hardcore, you're going to be taking quite a bit of time, considering one day in Minecraft is about 10 minutes real time. It's about 19 hours of gameplay to do one video. So yeah, you need to consider that. The other one is, of course, doing mega builds. They're going to take a really long time. There, of course, are other types of Let's Plays that you can do, but these are probably some of the more common ones. Number 3. Once you have decided what kind of videos you want to make, just start recording. Don't think too much about it. Sure, you can plan out what you want to do in the videos. I would recommend that. But don't procrastinate. Don't get nervous. Just start recording. Because once you get into it, you get into that groove. You feel it, you know? So do what's comfortable for you. Just choose the kind of content that you feel comfortable doing. Now, what's important is that you are enjoying yourself. Each episode should have a problem to solve or a goal. So you want to achieve those. Number 4. Are you new to editing, or do you have some video editing experience? Well, there are some free editing software that you can use, and they are fairly easy to get used to. Just take some time to practice, and you should be able to get it done fairly quickly. Now, there are two that are quite powerful. One of them is DaVinci Resolve. This one is pretty much studio quality, TV studio, movie studio, you know. It's really, really good. The other one is HitFilm Express. HitFilm Express is a little bit different. It has the quality that DaVinci Resolve has, but it may not be everyone's type of editing software that they want to use. The most common one is DaVinci Resolve. Now, I personally use HitFilm Express. I have tried DaVinci Resolve. The main reason I am using HitFilm Express is that, for some reason, DaVinci Resolve keeps on crashing when I export videos. So, yeah, I do have 3 or 4 videos up on my main channel that have used DaVinci Resolve. So choose one that is best for you. Now, you don't have to have lots of edits or flashy effects to make your video the best to watch. You can keep things simple. I personally prefer to keep things simple. A lot of people do as well. And some people really, really do appreciate the simpler approach. Number 5. You have thumbnails and titles to work on. They are important. For thumbnails, you should use an image of what you built, if that's what you did in Minecraft, or you could use something that signifies what you did in the episode. That is pretty important. Increase the saturation and a bit of brightness to make it pop out. Bright thumbnails are more eye-catching. If people see it, they're going to take a bit more of a look at it to see what it is. Also, for text, try not to use much. Try to use as little as possible, but if you do use it, make it readable. Make sure it's big enough, because if it's too small, it's not going to be readable, especially on mobile devices, because a lot of people watch on mobile devices. So keep that in mind. As far as software to use, Canva is really useful, especially for those of you who are new to making thumbnails. I personally use software called Paint.net. It's free. It is extremely useful, has lots of things that can be used, and I just find it very easy to use. But again, like I said, it's free. It's not a website. Don't let the name fool you. It is an actual piece of software that you have to download. As for the title, they should be descriptive, but make sure that it is under 60 characters, because that is what you see on the YouTube homepage. Keep that in mind, of course. And you want it to evoke emotion. There should be a word in there that will make people feel something and make them want to click. Now, this part is tricky though. So look at successful YouTubers' titles for some ideas. Number 6, you're going to want to upload it onto YouTube. But there are a few things that you need to consider when you are configuring your upload. First of all, a descriptive description. Yeah. Make sure you are typing out a paragraph. Type out things that you do in the video. And try to use keywords that are searchable, because that is important. The search algorithm does take a look at that, but not just that. It also looks at the title. So keep that in mind. And the search algorithm also takes a look at what you say in your video. That can be important too. But the description should be very easy to understand for anyone who wants to see what could be in the video, because it can be displayed. And you want to make sure that you do not keyword stuff. That's actually one of the bad practices on YouTube. If you are just filling your description with just keywords, that's not useful. And YouTube actually doesn't like it. So what you want to do is put those keywords into a paragraph or two. Make it natural. That is really important. And some people actually do like to read descriptions. Tags are not generally useful, so don't worry about those. They're mostly useful if there are misspellings. So you can just put in common misspellings of what's being searched for, of course. And make sure that you are selecting that your video is not for kids. Unless, of course, you are making children's content. If you're not making content that is specifically for kids, then choose not for kids. If it's for mixed audience, including children and adults, still not for kids. Because eventually, if you do get monetized and you want to have ads, if it is marked as for kids, you're going to get very few ads, if any. Also, if it is marked for kids, no one can comment. Yeah, comments are closed. So make sure it is not for kids. I can't stress this enough. Number 7, don't worry about analytics. Don't be that kind of person who thinks, my video only got 20 views? It must suck. No. Don't look at it. Don't think about it. It's really not important when you first begin. It is so not important. What's important is that you are enjoying what you're doing. Over time, of course, views should increase, but don't sweat it if they're not increasing or you're just not getting many when you are first starting out. It can be stressful if that's all you think about, and very discouraging. So don't even think about it. What you can do, once you have finished a video, you can get to work on the next one. Yeah, it's a good idea. For each video, try to improve 1 or 2 things. Because as you go, you will slowly improve your video quality. So over time, they will sound and look more professional, which is probably what you want to do, right? And you should be able to get used to the process more. Think of the first 100 videos as practice. I'll talk about that a little bit later. The key here is to enjoy what you're doing. And number 8, reply to the comments. Reply to all of them, especially when you start out. If you don't, people are not going to feel as appreciated. They'll be discouraged from commenting in the future. Comments are a form of engagement. Comments are very important for the algorithm. If a video is getting more comments, guess what? The algorithm likes that and will start recommending it to more people. So, another thing you can do is heart them. At least if you're not commenting, heart the comment, because that'll tell the commenter that you read the comment. But please reply to the comments. I've seen far too many small channels that will heart 3 or 4 comments and not even reply. That's discouraging for a viewer. So please try to comment. So here are a few other tips that are just as important as what I've said. There are a lot of things that you need to consider. First one, a good microphone is probably the most important thing to invest in. If you're going to use any money for making videos, invest in a microphone. Sound is really important. Sound quality can make or break your video and the viewer's experience. Video quality is important, of course, but it is not as important as the audio part of it. When I started my channel, I was using a terrible microphone. Even though a lot of those videos have several 100,000 views now, I think that a better microphone would probably have those videos at a lot more views. I would probably bet on it. Next up, enunciate. Speak clearly and don't mumble. Try to put some emotion into what you're saying as well. A flat tone and unclear speech will prompt viewers to click away. And I see that far too many times with new channels. They are probably quite, I would say, nervous, or they're not exactly sure how to use their announcer voice, you know? Now, I used to work in a call center, and I was able to develop this customer service voice, and that comes out sometimes when I'm making videos. But I try to sound less like that and more conversational. But make sure that you are speaking clearly and make it sound like you are actually interested in what you're talking about. Because if you don't, if you sound boring, your audience retention is going to suffer. Now, next up, now this is something I briefly mentioned before. The generally accepted rule is that your first 100 videos will suck. So, yeah, you're just going to have to accept that. So don't expect to make great videos from the start unless you've done this before. Just enjoy the process. Just look at the first videos of people like PewDiePie or Ethos Lab or Markiplier. and to any other big gaming YouTuber. I know PewDiePie and Markiplier are not Minecraft YouTubers, but they were, of course, starting out as gaming YouTubers. And honestly, their videos didn't look very good. Mr. Beast as well. Look where he is now. His videos in the beginning were not very good. And this is something that you should expect. Just please don't think that you're going to be making absolutely amazing videos from the beginning. That's very unrealistic. Do you ever notice that some YouTubers will brand their thumbnails with their face or their character? Well, if you start doing that when you're a tiny little YouTube channel, people won't care. They don't know who you are. They don't care who you are. Sorry about being that blunt, but branding that early really is not useful. What you should be focusing on is what is in the video itself by using the thumbnail. If you built something amazing, show what you built, not who built it. Because from the beginning, what you want is for people to discover your videos by showing what you have done. It's not until much, much later when you are a much larger YouTuber, if you get that far, that people are looking for who you are. So branding at that time is more useful, not in the beginning. But even so, you will find that there are a lot of bigger YouTubers who do not do any branding. Not at all. So once you do get bigger, it's up to you to decide if you want to do it, if it's advantageous or not. When you start making videos, the first people that you should ask to watch the videos is no one. Don't even go to your friends and family and ask them to watch them. First of all, it's kind of awkward because they're going to feel obliged to tell you, oh, that's great. Or they might be really blunt and say, that sucks, you need to stop now. No. Don't go with them. You want to start growing an audience more naturally. So you want organic growth, not artificial. Asking friends and family to subscribe, they may not actually watch your videos because maybe they don't care. Quite often, your interests are different than theirs. So I'm sure a lot of people have recommended this as well. Please don't let your family and friends know. Just be anonymous from the beginning. And later on, if you've started becoming successful, then let them know. Let them see how far you've come. And they may appreciate it a lot more at that time. So I really do recommend that you don't tell them until much later. Are you new to YouTube and have started making Let's Plays, or you really want to start making Let's Plays? Let me know in the comments below. Now, if you have started and would like me to take a look at your videos, then let me know. I may find some time and take a look. I'm actually quite interested. I do like supporting smaller YouTubers. If you like videos like this and would like to see some more, then please consider subscribing to this channel as well as my main one. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.